Hey, it's Chris, we're at All In Gym. Today we're gonna run you through one of our back days. If you're looking for a new back routine, this might be one to try out. Just follow along. We'll show you what you could be doing. All right, we're gonna start out with a single arm cable row. This is our first movement of the day, so we always wanna kind of do a mind-muscle connection. I really wanna concentrate on what part of my back I'm hitting. One thing to always remember when working your back, wherever your elbow finishes, that's the area of the back you're gonna target. That's why it's important to hit different angles so you can hit different parts of your back. Also with a cable row, what's gonna be really important is I keep my upper body upright and still. I wanna stretch as far as I can, and then I wanna contract. One thing a lot of people get wrong here is they wanna lean forward and then use their momentum to pull the bigger weight. Well, now I'm using my leg drive and other things and taking away from the area I'm actually trying to target in this exercise. So that was our single arm cable row. One thing you'll notice in the video, when I first started, all of a sudden I shifted my body one way or the other. I was noticing myself that the cable wasn't in line with the joint. I was kind of pulling across my body, which can put the joint at an angle you don't want. So whenever you're doing movements, whenever you can, you want to make sure everything's in alignment the way the joint's supposed to move. You want to load the joints the way they're intended to move, not out of it, and that's how we get little tweaks we don't want. So that's our single arm. We're gonna continue a single arm, but last time we pulled horizontally, this time we're gonna pull vertically, so my elbows are gonna drive down my midline, working my lat that runs all the way down my back. All right, that finished up our single arm lat pull down. Now we're gonna be moving on to another rowing movement. So we went horizontal, we went vertical, we're coming back horizontal. I'm gonna do a chest supported dumbbell row. I like to do these chest supported. It keeps me from adding extra movement like body English that I don't need. A lot of times we row and we get tired, we start raising up. By putting all my weight on my chest here, I have no choice but to drive my elbows as far back as I can and do all the pulling. The farther I can get my elbows past my midline, the more I'm gonna engage my back. All right, you just seen chest supported dumbbell row. You'll notice in that video that I'm pausing at the top. Everyone's different, but for me, to feel the mind-muscle connection in my back, holding that contraction for just a second to feel that muscle, lets me connect with the muscle, get a better contraction, get more out of less weight. Anytime we can get more out of less weight, the better. We're not beating up our joints as bad. Longevity is important. I want to lift weights for a long time, and I'm not going to do that by slinging things around and not feeling them and just doing heavy weights. I want to do the weight I need to cause the adaptation I need. All right, we did another horizontal pull, so we're going to go back to vertical. We're coming back to our hammer strength lat pull down. When you get your chest tight against here, this pull is a little more behind your head than a traditional lat pull down. So even though we already did one vertical pull, it was more in the frontal plane. This will be more behind us. All right, we just finished up our single arm lat pull down on our hammer strength machine. Like I said, it's a completely different feel with feeling like I'm pulling behind my head. Totally different mind muscle connection, totally different contraction. So I want to end with one more vertical pull. I'm going to get in what I call a bird dog position to row. I'm going to put one hand and one knee on the bench. Kind of looks like the bird dog movement that people do down on a mat. And we're just going to row. We're going to drive our elbow as far behind as we can. That's our last movement. So we're going to go all out, see what we can get out of this back movement. All right, that's it for back today. You see I'm a little out of breath, a little tired. If you're in here working hard, you're gonna get your heart rate up. Better than just plain old cardio. Come in here and get after it. Lift heavy, get your heart rate up, burn some calories, have some fun doing it. Back days can be split up where you do only vertical pulling or only horizontal pulling. This is a mixed back day. If you're only gonna do back one day a week, try to get an equal amount of all directions to get you a good complete back workout. The back is very detailed with a lot of different muscles. You gotta hit it heavy and you gotta hit it at a lot of different angles if you want a nice back. But when your back is big, you will be strong. I've never seen a strong person who didn't have a nice back. If you have any questions, hit us up on social media. If you're local, stop in and see us. And as always, let's get better together.